I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
When the U.S. got involved in World War II, you were about 8 years old, 1941. Okay, and then on Victory Day in Europe, you were about 12. What do you remember about the war years?
War years?
Yeah.
I remember that they used to have like blackouts. I remember that the most. And in fact, my grandmother, she had blackout shades.
Okay.
They had special shades for your window.
Right.
That the light couldn't come through.
So that's what you mean by blackout? Because blackout could also mean like all the lights went out, but you mean literally they turned all the lights. You turned all the lights
the
out.
blackout, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
What it meant, but I know like something was. It was like a test, or not a test, a practice thing that they did.
Yeah.
And I remember we went. I was in the hall. We lived in the apartment, and I was in the hall, and I had a little baby carriage that I took with me into the hall, and we stayed my mother and whoever stayed in the hall until evidently there was a siren or something went off.
Right.
That it was okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I remember that. I remember my father's cousin Eugene Sheen. He was 18 years old, and he joined the service. And he was up at my grandmother's, McKenna's house.
Yeah.
And he said he wouldn't be coming back, and he didn't.
Oh, wow.
And he was blown to pieces.
Oh, wow.
They had no body to send home.
Wow.
Yeah, that gives me chills. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that, especially when he said he wouldn't be coming home.
Yeah.
And he was 18, so
Yeah.
but I was young. Yeah.
And your Uncle Johnny was in the war,
Yeah.
wasn't he?
Oh gosh, yeah, he was the Army Air Corps,
Okay.
and he flew planes. He was a pilot.
Yeah.
And he's the one that sent my mother the handkerchief
From Sicily.
from Sicily.
Right. Knowing your father was Sicilian.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
And do you remember any food rations or anything?
Yes, you needed like a ticket or book you pulled. You needed it like for sugar. I remember for sugar.
Yeah.
I want to say flour, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Not everything.
Right.
Not everything. Just certain things.
Huh.
You needed,
Yeah.
But
Do you remember when it ended, the war?
so,
Do you remember any
and then,
celebration or anything?
I'm trying to think. Right now, I can't put it in.
Yeah.
The war ended.
Yeah.
I don't-
It did.
Yeah,